Hey everybody, Jim from Jim's Coleus. Okay, counting down. We're at the end of January. Stay tuned if you're going to be planting your seeds along with me. I'm expecting to start my, I expect about 500 Coleus this year. I'll be planting them, I'll be sowing my seeds third week of February, so stay tuned here. Real quick, I just spent some time here going over my overwintered Coleus. Just changed a little water on my rootings. I hope if you're following along and you got rootings, you're doing the same thing. I know we're all busy. Try to do it as much as you can, weekly, what have you. The more you change your water and clean the roots, the better your chances of keeping your cuttings going all through into the spring. Everything looks good here. I'm going to go over real quick some of my overwintered Coleus. Lost some stems, branches, which is normal. Happens as long as the main structure of the plant stays good. Once you get into spring and summer, it'll come right back. So, and also I got some seed stalks going. Got some questions about seed stalks developing on the indoors, and can you have your seed stalks developing indoors without pollination? So we'll get to that now. All right, where do we start here? Okay, so just trimmed. This is the Saturn. Trim this. Again, expect your overwintered Coleus to lose some branches. You'll see them, they'll actually dry out and die and they'll be hollow. Just trim it. Right down there I lost a main branch, but the plant's still going, still have some growth coming in, although it's slow because it is winter. I fertilized it last week. I gave it a good shot of Miracle Grow. Make sure you water every day, especially indoors during the winter. It's very dry. It'll dry out real quick, especially in these pots. Water from the top, let it run through. And also, I always give it a shot on the bottom. You want to make sure all of the roots are getting moisture and water. Here we go. Here's a colossal marble. I got a lot of seeds left over, so I'm not worrying about the decline of this plant, which I don't think it's going to happen. This is an example of an extremely healthy, strong Coleus. It's got great, I guess it's just got great genetics, really strong, healthy Coleus. There's nothing, I don't see any kind of dry or brown. It's an extremely healthy, overwintered Coleus, which is unusual because it's in a little pot, but it's developed quite a busy seed stalk, and as you can see, we're like adorned with flowers, petals, and underneath you can see the little pods. This one here shows a little better. It's hard with this here, the back. Let me see if I can put my light on. There we go. So we got seed pods going. So you Coleus don't necessarily need pollination for the seed stalks to develop. Now, it's more beneficial for these to get pollinated. Flowers love to be pollinated. I'm not a horticulturalist, but it is part of nature, so it would do better for the seed stalks to get pollinated, but it's not necessarily mandatory for your Coleus. So if you do have a plant that you want seeds and it's starting to flower and you don't mind, let it develop your seed stalks like it here. And this really exploded with petals. So, and basically that's screaming for pollination. That's just nature. That's the plant and the seed stalks saying, hey, bugs, hey, birds, come on, see me, pollinate me, pass my pollen on, pass my genetics on, pass my seeds on to other areas and spread and so forth. It's just part of the cycle of nature. So, and my other overwintered inky fingers, I got this magnificent inky fingers. It's very leggy, but well, I got plenty of growth, and I got a few cuttings. I got a few fishnets in here. I have about 5 others in the other room. I got 1 or 2 Lord Voldemorts, and this is from a mother plant from 5 years ago that I just never get any seeds from it. So I just every year I grow a nice big Lord Voldemort plant, and I'll cut some rootings, get a couple of small pots going, and if I don't get seeds, then I cut a few stems and root them, and I keep them, and I just keep it going that way. And of course, the Darth Vader. Now this Darth Vader, and you can expect that a lot from overwintered plants, Coleus. It really, I just cleaned it, but it really molts a lot. You know, it's natural being indoors, even with a lot of light here. Just keep it well watered, especially here. You got a heat register here, nice and warm. This is like the ideal place for plants, not just Coleus. Big bright surrounding bay window, southeast exposure, lots of sun all day long, and water, fertilize, and just general care. I just trimmed a bunch here, and this one also got a lot of dead stems. I just trimmed a whole bunch of dead stems, and that's natural. All through the years, the past 10 years, I've done this the same way. I just go over the plant, make sure your soil is clean, get as much dead matter out of there, because that just rots. It's not like fertilizer or compost. It'll just sit and fester, and it just brings unhealthy soil. So clear out any debris as often as you can, water, and fertilize. At this point now, we're heading towards spring, so we're fertilizing. It's growing. There's definitely a lot of growth. I got a seed stalk up here, so I do have a little bit of Darth Vader seeds, but they're a real pain. They're very difficult. If you're following along, or if you purchase seeds from me, I had mentioned how next year I'm probably not going to offer these on my eBay listing, because they were very difficult to separate. They're so tiny, and the pods, it's not really coming through here, but the pods are so tiny compared to like Kongs or Jitters or any of the other ones that I sell. They're just so hard to separate, and I get so much seed chafe. I feel bad because when I sell the seeds, there's a lot of seed chafe in the pack, and it doesn't look good, and it looks, almost feel like people think I'm ripping them off, and I'm not. So I would just assume not sell the seeds next year. If you really want a Darth Vader Coleus, go to Rosie Dawn Gardens. They sell live Darth Vader plugs. Get a live plug from them. That's Rosie Dawn Gardens, an excellent place. I buy 6 or 7 plants each year from them. Because I'm not going to sell the Darth Vader seeds. So just keep your rootings going. Keep cleaning your water. Rinse the water. Rinse out, gently rinse the root ball. Make sure that you have water. And even if you're busy and you can't change the water every week, keep a watering can near here. If you see a vase or whatever you're keeping them in, and you see it's low on water, they just add water. It's like your old car, you know. Add oil until you change your oil. So, all right. So stay tuned here. I got my greenhouse semi rigged up. I got all my trays here all ready to go. Got to do a final cleaning, but I got my grow lights here, all ready to go. Heating mats are in there, and we'll be sowing our 2023 crop. Okay, everybody, so about 3 weeks I'll be sowing my seeds, so stay tuned. I'll definitely post a video in here on how I use the pod system, how to grow Coleus. Number one major thing you need to realize, and this is the number one mistake people make when they plant Coleus seeds, why they don't grow, is they bury the seeds. Drop your seeds onto moist medium. Press them down into the soil, but don't bury them. Coleus need light, moisture, and warmth to germinate. So that's the number one reason why people fail when they grow Coleus, because they bury the seeds, which is understandable. Most people think, hey, seeds, you got to bury them. So, all right, so stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming out shortly. Take a look through my videos now. I got years of them to reference to. The more you watch them, the more you learn, the more, because I repeat a lot of the major points. So if you watch a lot of the videos, you'll be, you know, you're educating yourself, and you remember that as you go on, and each year you get better and better at it, and before you know, you'll be a Coleus Jedi like myself. Keep it going. Take care of your rootings and your overwinter Coleus. Also, for everybody who purchased seeds from me on eBay, thank you very much. A real success this year. Donated a lot of money. My YouTube channel, but also the fund drives that I did on Instagram. I have a USO fund drive going on right now. I expect to donate another $100 to USO by the end of this month. Did Morris Animal Foundation last month, $100, and Paralyzed Veterans. So for you, just by watching this video, you're contributing. Feel free to go over to my Instagram channel and donate if you want direct. If not, you're watching this video, you're adding to that. And all through the year, I always have fund drives to these really important organizations. So thanks a lot. Stay tuned. We'll be planting our Coleus really soon. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your winter, if that's a possibility. I don't really like winter, but enjoy your winter, and we'll see you soon.